With a long distance relationship, having VR is a game changer.
We are 5,000 miles apart, but we're gonna try our best to make it work.
This year has been really hard. The thing that has kept me sane has been VR and the VR community.
HBO's We Met in Virtual Reality is a groundbreaking film. It's the first feature-length documentary to be filmed entirely in virtual reality. It debuted at the 2022 Sundance Film Festival.
Joe Hunting, the film's director, joins us live, and he's in VR as we do the interview.
Hey,
Hi,
right.
Joe.
Hey, Joe.
Hi, how's it going? Good morning. I thought I'd come as my avatar today.
So this is fascinating. People, the idea of this documentary is that you're showing people. Will we see them in real life, and they're introducing themselves to people in real life after they had only met in virtual reality?
Right, yeah, that's correct. We Met in Virtual Reality is a feature-length documentary all about people who've used VR technology to grow their relationships, find belonging in community, and find family and support in a way that we've never seen on film before. And the documentary is filmed in the world I'm in right now, inside the platform of VR Chat.
So I suspect there's an upside and a downside to doing it that way through virtual reality. What is the upside and what is the downside?
Well, I think the first upside is I can make a feature film in my pajamas if I want to. I have the ability to stay at home, close to my family, and use virtual cameras and work with cast and incredible subjects from all around the world. And if I want to go film in a various location, for example, this lovely Japanese-inspired mansion or a desert for a belly dance class, I can travel there within a heartbeat. So, the logistics are a lot easier inside of virtual reality.
And the downside, what about your avatar does not look like you, and then someone doesn't like you in real life?
Oh, well, that's certainly something that the documentary raises. In this space, we can find such deep connections with people and speak to each other personality to personality, but in the same way, we can be someone else if we want to. We can experiment and play with our body and embody different avatars. And that has positives and negatives, but as does much of social media on the internet. It's not the first time we've seen that, but, it is coming into virtual reality as well. That's certainly an issue, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's the thing with social media and all these different things. I think we have trouble seeing what the downside is until it hits us in the face, as we're seeing with social media today. What are some of the real struggles and problems you're seeing with people who seem to be living in a virtual reality world? I mean, there's got to be some kind of downside there.
Yeah, I mean, I think, at the end of the day, balance is always key. And I think during the pandemic, when We Met in Virtual Reality was filmed, the balance really shifted and was not very healthy for, I think, a lot of people. But then a lot of people were also on their phones and social media way too much during the pandemic. And it was the same for us inside of virtual reality. I think, one can say that finding relationships and communities and belonging here can be a way of neglecting some of that in the physical world. But at the same time, everyone here is real people and they're real connections. But in terms of downside, I think, engaging in the physical world will always be different. And then virtual reality, you'll feel that smell, the sense of touch, the sense of physical presence. You'll never quite get that inside of virtual reality.
So
it will affect the social skills.
I'm sure you profile a bunch of different people. Are these 50-50 happy endings?
Oh, I would say 100% happy endings.
Really? No one's disappointed. Everyone's, it works out well?
It does. Yeah,
Great.
I was fortunate to work with really wonderful, genuine subjects who shared their stories. There are two long-distance couples, and I'm going to tell you that they are still going strong and are very happy and have met in real life. So this documentary really highlights the positive ways we can use this technology, hopefully to enlighten people of how we can, grow it for a positive future and how we can use it to come together.
Boy, funny. You know, this is the first interview I think we've done with an avatar, right, Larry?
It just might be. Yeah.
Oh,
well,
brilliant. Well, I'm glad I'm your first.
Yeah, you can see We Met in Virtual Reality on HBO Max and follow Joe on Twitter. Thanks, Joe.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me on.